down once before. Tie me to this mental road. Running, fighting, moving through the highs and lows. Beat me down once before. Tie me to this mental road. Running, fighting, moving through the highs and lows.
Yo, what's happening, everybody out there? What is up? I am your host, Paid Lee, and this is another episode of Not For The Weak podcast. And before we get started and everything like that, this episode of Not For The Weak podcast is sponsored by Black Resiliency Project. We appreciate them for supporting independent media and making this episode possible. Be sure to check them out on all their social medias via Instagram. Yeah, Facebook.
Yes, Facebook too.
Facebook, everything that they're doing right now. Make sure you go check them out and go. Is it right if I cuss with the?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Make sure you go fuck with them, man. I didn't know if I could cuss or not because but make sure you guys go fuck with them, man. I appreciate them. First sponsor of many. You know what I mean? Hopefully, I don't want to jinx myself and shit, but shout out to them. So I appreciate that a lot. All right, now that we got all that out the way, today we have our second woman guest on the motherfucking podcast. She goes by the name of Jess. But today we're going to be speaking about her GMG Styles brand. If you want to introduce yourself today.
Yes, I'm Jessica, owner of GMG Styles. More than just a hair brand, it's a lot to it. So thank you for having me today.
Of course, it's all good. You know what I mean? Got to support another black business. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep this shit lit for our people.
Yes.
Before I get too much into the live shit, I don't want to just deep dive hella, right off the bat. Because as I said off camera, if you guys can see me right now, I'm fucking hella sweaty and nervous and shit. So, we can ease into this thing. Let's start with some random shit what song have you been listening to on repeat lately?
What song? I want to say Tim's. I don't know the exact title of the song right now, actually. Yeah. But Tim's. Before that, it was The Boy, Baby, Part 1 and Part 2. Okay. Yeah. I could play that all day long and just slap it. That's my song.
I'm wondering if it's that Tim song that's that's hella popular right now. I forgot how that shit went though.
Yeah, I switch up my music when I'm in different little moods, I had Erykah Badu playing before you came in, so yeah, just to get a little relaxed.
That's a vibe there.
Yeah.
Right there for sure. If you can describe her energy right now in one word, what would it be?
My energy in one word,
or your mood, I guess. That's probably a weird way to say it. Your mood, what are you feeling right now?
Here, that's what's coming into my mind. I'm here. You know what I mean? I did it. I made it. I'm here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I fuck with that. And another. Let's do one more. I guess a little warm up question. What is a misconception about you?
A misconception. I don't really give a damn about conceptions about me, to be honest. I probably had a lot in my life, and that all those misconceptions kind of built me to get to where I am. So people have their opinions. That's what the world is. People are human. So I can't really speak on just one.
Yeah. Okay. And you are an Aquarius, right?
I am.
That's why you don't give a damn.
I don't.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Aquarius gang?
Yes, I live my life on my own terms for sure.
Okay, you got to. That honestly makes hella sense why you're a business owner and you do your own shit. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's get into it. So let's first start off with GMG. What does that stand for everybody out there?
So usually when people ask me what GMG stands for, it stands for a lot. Okay. It means a lot, but it stands for Get Money Girls, and that was established in 2009. And my mom would call us the God's Mighty Girls. So it's also a part of a struggle that turned into something great. So
Gotcha.
GMG means a lot to me.
Okay. That's dope. So it's not just one thing. It could be,
Yes.
you know, applied to
Yes.
with life and stuff.
Yes.
That's cool.
Back like when it started with 3 girls, me and 2 others. They're back in North Carolina, so that's when I lived in North Carolina.
Okay.
And I am here. I am from California, but I stayed in North Carolina, and there was like younger girls that would come up and call themselves Get Money Gadgets. So you know what I mean. It could be a whole lot. GMG has been a lot.
Okay, that's cool though. You know, I fuck with that. That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, what can you say originally started that though? Like on a personal level, like not not necessarily like your grandma or like anybody else, kind of like saying that for you.
For sure. No. So it was just me sitting in like one of my first cars in a parking lot, hanging out with in my high school days with 2 girls. We got it all tatted on us. GMG. We were like, we got to come up with a name, and it was GMG, Get Money Girls, and we were known in Gastonia, North Carolina, 704 for that. Partied a lot. Those were my teenage, early 20s days. So that's where it all started and began.
Okay, fuck with that. So how did this tie in? Because I see like lashes and like hair accessories and things of that nature. I see a book right here. How does this tie into like all of that? Essentially?
So I've always been like pretty book smart, you know. I might have steered off in life, but I've always been business oriented as well. Always had a little hustle in me. And I would say like just trying to build something, also going into jail. Back in 2017, I came out and I just really wanted a difference, wanted to, take myself and my goals and aspirations more seriously. So I went and got my business license at that time. And if I was going to carry any name, it was going to be GMG, because that's what really brought me, you know, from a storm into something beautiful. So that's how it all kind of tied in together, and I try to carry that on. I do have my own studio here called the GMG Legacy Lounge, located here in Chico, 660 Manzanita Court, where I do hair. I do business mentoring. I've even spent time writing this book here. I've had a few business partners here. RGA, she's stationed up front in the front room, so it all kind of ties together in some sort of way.
Doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
See, you know, in real time. Like this is you living proof.
Thank
So
you.
dope. Yeah, of course. I was gonna say too, like you mentioned braiding. Has that always been like a part of your quote unquote hustle, or does that kind of came later on, like in life?
So I'm like half Hispanic, half black.
Okay.
And so both sides of my family, always like, you know, braids always been a thing no matter what culture you're in.
Yeah.
Some people have their points of views on that, but I would be the braider of the family, the cousin that braided people's hair, and it was just like a little hobby that turned into a hustle. Why not make some money off something you're good at? I seen, you know, people started charging a lot for, you know, something that I did for free for a long time. So not only that, like I said, the hustle's always been in me. Started off selling like keychains. I've sold leggings back before I even had my business license or thought of like establishing a business. And I was selling hair until I started recognizing I could get, you know, wholesalers, buying different ways, get my wholesalers permit. So I started doing all that, and I just started taking it more serious. I was in another lady shop here in Chico, California, Braids by Gabby. Shout out to her for a couple years. And then I ended up here on Manzanita, 660 Manzanita. And I've been here since April of last year. So a little over a year now.
Okay. So what makes you take something like that more serious? Is it the money? Is it like the clientele? Is it like the reactions? Like what makes you take it more serious rather than kind of just doing it?
Well, one thing is, yes, the money. I'm gonna get money, girl, for sure, by any means. But the second part is I spent a lot of years investing in a lot of people. You know, I have a really big heart. And it doesn't matter if it was a small task or project or something big like a nonprofit or business. And I've poured into people, and I wanted to do that for myself. I'm like, you know, we're putting all these hours in, and whether it's like marketing, inventory, or whatever the case, I just started kind of focusing more on what I could do to build my brand and show up for my kids, show them something different. Started doing table events like Thursday night market, Juneteenth, different events like that, back to school. I do like a annual event, giving back, giving free hairstyles. So just showing my daughter, she shows up a lot, and my son, he was actually on one of your feature episodes. So that there's more to this world, to this town, to anything if you put your mind to it.
Shout out to all the people that you named. Shout out to yourself for being on the podcast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Well, as a business owner, like how do you separate the business from like your actual feelings? Like, do you mix them? Like, how do you separate that?
No, it's taken a lot of growth, I'd say, for sure, in these past couple years. Yeah. Like family wanting discounts and freebies all the time, and like, hey, I got a business to run, I got bills to pay just like you. If I'm going to support your hustle, you got to support mine. So, and not only that, just like having some rude customers here and there and having to keep it professional. It does. And not only that, like I have an actual career. I do like community-based work, social services. Okay. So having to keep that separate, being a professional in what the eyes of Butte County would like that person to be like, and then me wanting to be myself and carry my own brand, I definitely had to keep those two separated. So it is a struggle still to this day.
No, yeah, I bet it has to be a struggle. Yeah, like do you ever feel like you have to kind of put on like not a facade, but you have to like kind of put a mask on, I guess, like for the different spots that you go to?
Yes, all the time. All the time. It can be, yeah. I have tapped out of like working for others and just started working for myself for that reason. But like we mentioned, being Aquarius, I got to have some kind of stability or I could be all over the place. Yeah. So I have a passion for helping people. And I make some decent money working. So I like that.
Has helping people always been something you enjoy doing, or?
Forever. Since a little girl, I'm the oldest child out of many. So for sure, I have a lot of brothers and sisters. So always been a helper.
I don't want to say why. I feel like that's kind of like a weird way to say it, but I don't know. I guess the reason why I say that because I'm trying to think like because you say you have a good heart, and it's hard to separate that with the business. So I'm just trying to think like from your perspective. Like it has to be hard too. Like you do hair, you sell things. It's just like, can I please just get this? Can I get
for
that?
sure?
Like,
for sure. I've had some women like reach out to me like, hey, I can't afford my daughter's hair this year, for back to school. So that's why I try to do like, affordable raffles, dollar entry, or I do give back at the beginning of the year, typically at a back to school event. And do free hairstyles. I try to attend as many events and provide those type of services as much as I can because I do have that heart and passion. So that's my kind of way of sticking to my business. My bad. But sticking to my business, but still, holding things down.
I like that. Do you ever feel like people take advantage of that? Did you have a good heart?
For sure. For sure. I probably couldn't think of one person on this earth with a big heart that hasn't been taken advantage of. Sure. That's just yeah. It just is what it is, right?
Yeah. Did you say when you started braiding? Like the age?
No, but it started, I could say, in my elementary days. Yeah, I had 3 stepsisters and my mom was Hispanic, came up in a blended family. Okay. She didn't know how to do the hair, so somebody had to, and that's where I started practicing and learning that, and, many more cousins, and then it became clients, so, yeah.
Do you remember the first time you braided somebody's hair and getting their initial reaction from it? Like, do you remember that time or moment?
just being a young kid and like going to my like grandma's house and my cousin like, can you braid my hair? That's gonna be like, so them just being happy and taking their little pictures and thinking they was all that, so those are the first reactions that I really do remember.
And how not how difficult, but how long do you think it took you to like quote unquote master braiding?
I think there's always room for improvement. So I'm doing good. I could always do better.
Okay.
But since I would say the past like 3 years, I've taken maybe even longer, probably the past 5 years, I have like been practicing more on techniques and skills to speed up my how long a person's style may take, but providing, making sure it still looks good. So giving quality service, but not taking all damn day.
Being a perfectionist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel that. Do you have a favorite hairstyle that you like to do?
So I do different type of hairstyles like sew-ins and quick weaves, but I really specialize in locks and braids. So cornrows or like singles, plaits, whatever. Whatever. There's so many styles and people like, can I get this? And it's really like called 3 different styles, but times change, trends change. So
what do you think is the most difficult thing to do, like as far as hairstyle wise? I don't know like the names or nothing.
Right. So crocheting is just not my thing. You could do like when you do retwist on locks, you could crochet, or even braided styles. You have to do crochet. Right now, a popular style is miracle knots, and it takes crochet, and I just like refuse to do that style. Yeah, not a fan of the crocheting.
Crocheting.
Yeah.
People can like crochet like dreads and stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So people are doing that too. Like a lot of people may not realize, but a lot of people are like adding length to their dreads, crocheting. It could be their real hair or like straight fake ones. So yeah.
Does that like damage your hair at all?
No, not necessarily. A lot of the styles I provide in like other braiders and locks are more protective styles. So unless you're using like more color or, bad products that are like not, have more dangerous chemicals in it, it's usually not damaging their hair.
If say there's a young woman today, whatever, that wants to start, doing what you're doing, the braiding and everything, of that nature. What is one of the do's and don'ts of being a braider?
Being a braider, some do's and don'ts. I would say just take your time. Don't give up. Things can, get tough sometimes. Just keep going.
Take your time as in like with the braiding?
Both, whether you're trying to pursue a business or a technique, take your time. Don't rush anything in life, period. So yeah,
it's very easy to rush,
for sure.
Results right now.
Yeah. I mean, and people can get greedy and want to try to get like 3 people in one day, and rush a hairstyle, and then now that's not a client that's not going to return because you just rushed instead of taking your time and not thinking about how much money you're going to make, but hey, how much money is this going to make in the long run, because now I have a returning customer who liked my job.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Yep.
What is have you ever had like a really fucked up client experience? Like they just had
a few. Yeah, I have. I have had. Yeah, I've had some times where I've sat in a shop and like, you live and you learn, but like thinking the hairstyle is gonna be 7 hours and end up being 10, 12 hours. Now I underpaid myself, and then clients that are just like rude, over like you're coming in for braids, but you're overly tender-headed, and now you're complaining and jumping up, and so it could be tough sometimes. I'm just trying to be professional, maintain patience, which I really don't have a lot of patience. So yeah, so got to keep it professional.
Is that one of your biggest pet peeves? Is like people being tender-headed and shit, jumping around?
I wouldn't say one of my biggest pet peeves, but it's like we're coming to get braids, and I don't consider myself, and I hear I'm not like one of those heavy-handed braiders, so it's like, why are you doing all that sometimes? you know. Yeah, it could be a little frustrating.
Do you just end up just doing it, or do you kind of like tell them?
Always,
Yeah.
always. I actually had a client where I did their whole head, and they complained, even though I said, hey, this may not work out. They wanted it a certain way, and I ended up having to take it all down. And it took a lot of patience and professionalism in me to have to do that after, doing their hair for a long time. It took hours to, do this certain style that I was doing. And I did it, and they still paid me. So I couldn't complain, I guess.
Feel like some clients be trying you.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah.
That shit has to suck too, because it's like I'm trying to be professional here.
Yeah.
In a business.
Yeah.
You're testing my patience.
Yeah.
Which is already very, very thin.
Right.
So I feel you. You know what I mean? All y'all out there being fucked up, better stop with that shit. Pull the hair out. What has kept you going? Doing just the braiding part alone.
That is mine, and I've came a long way. I just recently moved to Sacramento. I've been there a couple months, and I almost gave up my shop, but I kept it going and made things happen. Was able to partner with somebody else to utilize some of the space. So I'm covering cost while still keeping my regulars. My clients too, they please don't go, oh, you moved to Sacramento, I'm gonna have to find a new hairstylist. And I'm like, no. So I come back about 2 to 3 times a week, and just it's like a proud moment walking into something that's your own and you built it up like that. Not only that, my kids, of course, they keep me going, and California costs a lot. So having multiple streams of income as well, that keeps me going.
Gotta have multiple streams.
Yeah.
California, this shit is high.
Yes,
up here,
it is. Especially Sacramento. It's crazy the amount moving. But the place that I was in before I moved was gonna charge me a pretty high amount of rent. When you go into a different tax bracket, you can't afford, even with kids, affordable housing anymore. So I'm like, shoot, I might as well go to a big city. I've always being in bigger cities. I've lived in Dallas, Texas. So I enjoyed that. So I'm out there going to school right now. And my first 30 days, I got 6 appointments out there. So that's just already building my clientele. Yeah. So it's been tough, doing the whole traveling back and forth, but I'm making it happen.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, man. Yes. Just for that. How do you balance that though? How do you balance the kids, the businesses, having to travel and do all that? How do you balance all that?
It's tough. It's tough trying to balance a lot. Coffee. Coffee's my best friend. But and sticky notes everywhere and just losing my mind here and there. But knowing that there's a bigger picture or something at the end, I do want to buy a house here in the next couple years, and I feel like I'm on a good track with doing that, with just having my business where you could get business loans, and building up my financial statements for that, and learning and advancing in my other career, working in shelters. So just knowing that at the end of the day I could retire, or I'm gaining knowledge, so I could turn this knowledge into something else. I've already came so far and built off. So I do have another project branching off of GMG Styles, which is a business academy. I started a small pilot program. I've had a couple people, work through that. And so next year, hopefully something big could come out of that.
Yeah, okay. So you're always looking to expand it. You're not just always just trying to, stay in that box.
No, as much as I want to, I feel like I'm taking on too much sometimes. It's just in me.
Yeah. do you have that feeling or thought a lot damn, I'm kind of taking on too many tasks?
For sure. I'll shut down for a week here and there if I need to. Cancel appointments, reschedule, whatever. I guess self-care is very important. So that's definitely a big part of balancing, is just taking care of myself. I love to travel. I love to eat, trying out whatever. So I have my fun while doing it all.
Yeah. Like in the midst of that though, like when you are, I guess, kind of like um, going off the rail per se, you know, like when you're
Yeah.
just going through a hell of shit, whatever. Like how do you pick yourself up like during that time and shit?
Just really like use that time for myself. Kind of block myself out the world. I might be in a dark room for a few days, but just kind of meditating. I pray a lot. You know, I'm a firm believer in God. So prayer really helps me get through it, and I don't stay down for long. So it just needed sometimes. Burnout is a real thing, you know, mental health, mental awareness, self awareness, you know, taking care of myself. So sometimes I just got to tap out when I'm working 16 hours a day, you know, 3 to 4 days a week.
Yeah, gotta take the rest. Shit. Sometimes I feel like not really physically, I guess. Like mentally, I feel like I kind of have like burnouts and shit.
For sure.
I'm just like
For sure.
dealing with hella shit mentally, and I'm like, I just
Yeah.
kind of crash.
Yeah.
Like when you do have a lot of things going on, and you're trying to do like a lot of shit, do you like completely cancel something out to like focus on the other tasks, or like when you get back, are you still trying to do other things?
So it's hard for me to cancel everything out. But I will block like this side, this business, this job, whatever I need to do. It all depends on the time of the year, what I'm going through. It could be hard trying to be a mom, work a 9 to 5, run a business, and still live life. You know, jump
Yeah.
in the pool sometimes, or take a hike, or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I asked you because I'm just like, damn, it has to be a lot,
yeah,
trying to find a
for
balance.
sure it is.
Yeah,
It
and then
definitely is.
especially when you're doing a lot of things, it's like you don't want to necessarily like quit something
Yeah,
because you're
yeah,
burning out,
yeah,
So it's like,
yeah. Like right now, with this transition, I typically do run like more discounted sales and offers, which brings in a lot more appointments. But right now, I'm just like, nope, I'm sticking to my regulars. If somebody does tap in and try to get like an appointment, I will work them in my schedule. But I'm not trying to burn myself out right now
yeah,
because I'm trying to figure things out. I just moved to a big city, and it's hard to focus on too many things at one time. So,
definitely. So as of right now, you're just pretty much keeping your returning clients
yep,
as of right now.
yeah.
That's
As of
good.
right now,
Yeah.
that could change in like 2 weeks.
Just depends on the
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
mood.
yep.
No, I feel that though. You don't want to burn yourself out doing that. I heard earlier you mentioned that you worked at a homeless shelter. Do I know that you're a director of a homeless shelter?
Yes, I am.
Shout out to her, man. You guys smash the like button again for that. That's what's up. How'd you get into that?
Actually, my sister. And not only that, I got into some trouble a while ago. It's been about 8 years, and I had to do some community service. And pretty much what I was doing, there was like an entry level position to monitor at a homeless shelter. And my sister let me know, and I applied and I got it. And I never thought like I would ever work in that type of work because growing up, like in my middle school and high school years, like homeless wasn't a big thing in North Carolina. But then coming back here to California, it was like opened up my eyes to something I never really seen before. So started, I was a monitor, then like a lead monitor, then became a case manager. I've been like a peer support specialist, career center advisor, a few different things, and then now I'm associate director of a shelter.
Oh wow, that's
Yes,
that's dope.
thank you.
Doing a lot.
Yeah.
Have you I mean, not even have you ever, because I'm pretty sure like there's been a time where you've been there and like you kind of have you ever like felt kind of like sad or like damn this is like really what I don't know really how to say it, like has it ever really just kind of hit you like how people are living, I guess, or you don't really think about that too much, you kind of just like just I'm just here to I just want to help them out. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to be too
yeah,
like
yeah.
down about
No,
it.
for sure. It's a big thing. And it shouldn't be swept under the rug. And a lot of people like, use certain words, towards these people out here that are in need and, just may have made the wrong choices in life or haven't had the support that they need, maybe ever came out the womb just like no help, and trying to figure things out on their own. So, I try to just keep it professional. You can't in that field of work, overstep your boundaries. That's a really big thing. You could lose your job just by doing too much for a client. So I try to just do the best I can. I myself been through some situations, been to jail, had to go through the whole probation. So just somebody coming out. That's another thing. I'm a certified reentry specialist and really have a passion for that, helping people that have came out of jails or systems and need help. You need back into a job or housing. So that's something I'm really passionate about and enjoy and try to stay focused in when doing the work.
Okay. So with the reentry program, that's for people that have been in jail before and they're trying to change their lives?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Or anybody who has been incarcerated and comes back out is, considered re-entering into society.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you have any struggles, working there? Do you ever deal with rude people? Or,
For sure. We talked about, balancing right. And, not every day's cupcakes and rainbows. Not every day is so I had to go into work with people who are severely mentally ill, or high is, just high as hell off whatever drug or drunk as hell and being, sometimes verbally cussed out or, taking their anger and their life choices out on me and people I supervise, my staff, and just seeing them getting burned out on providing, tough cases, people that are really struggling and might not ever get that, outcome that we expect them to get. So it is hard. It is hard to put on a smiling and professional face, whether it is being at a shelter or at GMG Styles in my business.
Yeah, it definitely is hard because, like you said, every day isn't going to be fucking peaches and cream. It's not always to be smiles. Sometimes, at least me personally, I feel like people fuck with me the most when I'm mad or going through some shit. When I don't want to be fucked with, that's when people are fucking with me.
Yeah.
So having to put on a mask on a coat, do you ever feel like it gets too much?
It has. Yes, I do feel like that. And then it's all about learning and growing. I have had time where I've had to take time off of work because I haven't been with the same nonprofit. I have been with different ones, so some have been rougher than others. So in dealing with that, I could go with the most minimal of needs, these group of clients aren't so bad, or these that, like I mentioned, there's not going to ever be that outcome possibly for them. So while supervising and dealing with people calling out or everything that comes out with work. So yeah, things have been a lot and trying to just juggle everything and life things. I've had some personal things in my family that have coming up in the recent years that just I needed to take some time off and take care of myself before I could take care of others.
I hear that. If you had a piece of advice for anybody that was in the same field as you, doing what you do, are currently going through not what you're going through, but they're currently going through a time in their life where they feel I'm done with this shit. I don't want to. They're at the point where I don't want to help anybody, whether they're homeless or not. I just don't want to help nobody.
Right.
What would you say to a person like that, male or female?
Somebody trying to tap out, or what would you say? I don't know. When you say that, I don't even think about clients. I think about some family members of mine that I have that are going through some things, substance abuse, drugs. It's big. We're here in Chico. That's the number one drinking town in the state of California. People drinking, turning up every damn day. I was there at one point, and it took me a while, not even a little bit, to really change and want better. So when you say like, hey, I'm done, you know what I'm saying? You might say that about 17 times before you're actually really done. But everybody's not your friend, and sometimes during those times we turn our backs on those who care and hurt them the most, when we're being selfish and going through our own ways. So just keep pushing, there is better days. It gets greater later. And there's help out there, for anybody struggling with substance abuse or things of that nature. Just need somebody to talk to. I encourage people to, like, you're never too square or lame to go, sit in a support group, or hell, go to rehab if you need to.
Right. You believe in therapy too?
Oh, yeah.
I've never been to therapy.
I mean, I think smoking a blunt could be therapeutic. There's so many forms of therapy. Taking solo rides, listening to your favorite R&B song, hiking up Monkey Face, going to the gym. Doesn't have to be just talking to a stranger.
Would that ever be something that you would ever consider doing, like having like a support group, like a women braid, or like
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So I'm for those who know, they know, like Wellness Wednesday, I'm pretty big on that. So I usually try to like go get a massage or something that day, but I would love to start groups like that. So when I talked about like more projects and to come, that's something, but I got so many business ideas. I can't do them all, but I would definitely provide that. And that's why I moved to Sacramento. I am back in school. So I do want to get my degree. I don't have a degree, so I've came a long way, just have lived experience, but I really want to get a degree and utilize that. I can't do it forever, so I would love to be in my own office providing those types of service, kind of more chilled back.
Okay. And then, like, with all the like business ideas and everything, do you have like that? How do you feel about reaching out to people for help? Is that a no-go for you?
I think we were kind of talking about that before, like, I don't know. I could be impulsive, and I am very impulsive, and it could be good, just like my heart. It could be good or bad, and I just get like impulsive, like, hey, let's just do it, and then the time comes, and I'm like hella nervous, like this interview getting started, and I'm like, so yeah, it's in me, but it can be nerve-wracking, but scared money don't make no money. You got to start somewhere. Yeah. So there's opportunities out there, and I'm an opportunist. So when that time's there, I definitely jump on it if I can.
Okay. And you being the director of like the homeless shelter and everything like that, where do you see yourself like with that in the next couple of years, or year in the future?
Still living my life on my own terms. Right now, like, I'm very blessed to be in a flexible position, and so after getting my degree, would be still kind of having my own practice, like an office, whether I'm like a therapist or running groups or training, like, going, it would definitely be, or also, I was a business consult, recently too. So doing consultations. So that is a lot of what I want to focus on moving into the next couple years.
Okay. And the future of GMG styles, like where do you see the shit taking off to?
It's always gonna be there, whether it's yeah, for sure, branching off for sure. That's kind of my goal in Sacramento, to start there. I ain't trying to be anything too big, nothing international,
Nah?
No, I feel like I am international regardless already myself. But no, I'm not taking the whole business thing that far. I like to stick local. Okay. Regardless of anything I do, I am from Butte County. I may dislike it a lot, but it is my home. I am from Southside Orville, so there's, that is something that lacks a lot of services and has a lot of needs. So I don't know what kind of business it may be, but I do, or maybe it's properties, going back to Orville and just making a difference there as well.
Okay. And I know you said you don't want to be like global or international. Like, do you have a reason for that? Is it a lot of pressure or just like too
I don't want to
much?
be that big, you know.
Yeah.
I'm already 35 years old, you know. I want to retire and not when I'm 60. So, I don't have too much longer where I want to like hustle and grind like I've been because
Okay.
it ain't easy.
Yeah.
So, you know, with less than 10 years from now, I want to, you know, be living pretty good and set back and not have to be thinking too hard about the business life. You know, I want to be kind of set already.
I get that.
Yeah.
Just
Just keep improving on what I have right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not trying to build hella more work for you later
No,
on in the
no, no,
future.
no, no. And the more, you know, the more you build is the more people and help you need. And it's just like dealing with personalities and all these things. I'm trying to you know, not have to deal with all that for much longer. Yeah.
And with what you're doing, like, is it kind of like barbering, where is it just like it's just you, or like do you ever see yourself kind of like opening like a shop to where it's like more than one?
I actually have a girl in here as well. She braids too. And yes, I would open up more like a beauty bar where there's, you know, lashes and facials and massages and hair.
Yeah.
I would do something bigger than that, probably in Sacramento or maybe even here in Chico, something I have considered.
Outside of all the business and everything that you do, somebody just meeting you, like who would you say like you are? Like how would you like I don't know if that makes sense. Like how would you describe yourself for somebody who's just meeting you
Mm,
outside of the businesses and stuff?
I'm a good person, and I hate to start it off like that. I don't know. Um,
Because it seems like like I'm pretty much asking because like it seems like you're just kind of like about the hustle,
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in life right now, you know. But somebody who would be meeting me, like, don't be afraid to reach out, you know, and ask, especially after watching this episode, you know, like, hey, that's something I've always wanted to do, or hey, I heard you say that.
Yeah.
I'm a very open person. So, you know, I'm a good person, big heart, and open. I'm not closed off. I'm not afraid to share my story, my struggles. Um, so yeah, I'm a person that is always willing to help, um, but not too damn much.
Don't take advantage.
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
I feel that. I feel the same way. Some of y'all, man, I'm about to cuss y'all out this fucking camera. But
Yeah.
I feel that because I feel like that too. I feel like I'm like I have a good heart and shit. So I feel like people take advantage of that for sure.
Yeah.
Um, rap music or R&B music?
It all depends on the mood. It all
What's your
depends on the
favorite?
mood. What's my favorite of the two? It's hard for
You
me
have to
to.
pick.
I have to pick. I would say rap because
Rap.
you could get some R&B type rap. You know what I mean? Some slower rap. You know,
Okay.
like some Two Chains or I don't know. Versus like Jeezy and Gucci. You know, so you could when it comes to rap, you could go a few different ways to get it to that R&B if I had to let R&B and B go.
Yeah.
Even like Drake, you know, like something like that.
Is Drake rap or?
Right, right. Does he? You're the artist here too. Let me know.
I mean, I think he does both.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if I had to give up art, you can't get too much rap out of R&B, you know, but you can get some R&B out of rap.
I can't listen to too much rap in general.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's not good for my mental.
Yeah, doing
And
it,
all, yeah,
showering,
no, for sure. Especially going into work, you know, I can't be too crunk.
Oh yeah, I try to have like a time to where I start rapping.
Yes, I mean I'll go weeks not listening to rap just because I need to focus. I've got onto like those more like work instrumental beats lately, just like really like I don't know what they call it, lo-fi or hi-fi,
Oh
you know,
yeah,
like so I listen to a lot of that here and
okay.
there.
I like I listen to like Bryson Tiller and shit like
I
that.
love Brent
Brent
Fires.
Fire, yeah, all
Yeah.
that. Willie
Yes,
Neal song, all
yes,
that type of
yes. I've
shit.
been playing Brent for like, I don't know, 3 years, like on repeat. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Still going.
I know. I interviewed your son as well. Like, how do you feel about him rapping and stuff?
Shout out to my son. Shout out to the gang. I love it. Those boys that you interviewed, I've been watching them all since kindergarten.
Yeah.
Three of them, they all like started off at the same elementary school. So I love the bond. I love the brotherhood. I love that they're, united and that he has support. I rapped when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So back in my North Carolina days, it was a stage, and he kind of talked about this in the interview. Taking it a little bit more serious this past year, and I'm proud of him. He's doing shows. He's on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So go, son, do your thing. It makes me happy to see him happy and break out of his shell. He's Aquarius too. I actually had him on my 17th birthday.
Wow.
So yeah, I was a young mom, still a young mom, and I know that is not something he, truly wants to do for the rest of his life, but it's something that he's having fun and doing well at right now. So I'm a proud mama.
That's good. I'm glad you said that
Yeah.
because I feel like with rap, rap can be looked at in a bad way.
Yeah. I mean, I see it like him, taking it a little too far here and there, but he's 18 now, you know what I mean? And I want him to learn and make his own choices. I guide him. I have my conversations with him, but he has to find himself and his own identity too, and I don't want to break him from that.
Okay. So you don't really ever try to like intervene too much with what he got going on.
No. No. My son's always been a pretty good kid, so I don't have too much to worry about, I don't
No, yeah.
think.
Definitely seems like you got a good head on the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. He's watched me go through a lot, even through his younger days, me being a teen mom, I was wilding out. And shout out to my mom for being there and stepping in and still to this day, being there for us. So yeah, he's seen some things in life, and I think he's pretty wise and carried it in more of a like, let me learn from this type of manner.
Yeah. How was how was that? I know that was tough. Being a teenage mom. Teen mom. A young mom. You're
It
still a young
was,
mom, but
it was, yes, being a single mom at that, not
oh
just,
wow. Okay.
a teen mom. I think that was more of the harder part of it. So, having like my aunt and my mom and my grandmother, really support and be there. My stepdad, really helped me through those times because, I didn't have it all together back then.
Yeah.
I was pretty mature, but, still, come on now. I'm 17 years old with a baby.
Gotta figure it out. Trying
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good though that you had a good support system, and
Yeah.
foundation. I'm pretty sure that really like got you through it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me proud now that he just graduated from PV. So, just a couple months ago,
Yeah.
well, June last month, that was like one of the proudest moments of my life. Seeing my son cross that stage because the opportunity was taken away from me. In the state of North Carolina, you're 16. At the age of 16, you're an adult. So I was pregnant with Jaden. And they called me to the office in 11th grade and was like, pretty much, you're a bad influence to the rest of the kids here, and made me sign a paper. I didn't know what I was signing, but I signed myself out, the whole district. So I had to go to adult high school. And so seeing my son graduate from an actual traditional high school, PV at that, which is, not too many people of color, they try to send him off to like, Fairview and stuff. And I'm like, no, hey, I might work a lot, but I'm a present mother. So I had to show up at that office, and he made it. So that was a really big and proud moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats to you. Shout out to both of y'all for
Yeah.
that.
Thank you.
Man, us. I haven't been through not nearly as much shit as you have, but it just goes to show that black people go through a lot of shit, and we still out here thriving.
Yes,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Would like now that you've been through everything that you went through during that time, like is there anything that you would like? I cannot talk. Like is there like a piece of advice that you can give to anybody young that's going through that same thing?
Mm,
Early 20s, before 21, having a baby.
mm, everybody ain't your friend. If I could have learned that, along just put like I mentioned, like pouring myself out too much,
Yeah.
I think I would have been a lot further than I am right now. So, just really focus and listen to what your parents are saying. Listen to those that really care. We get too caught up in their street life or what's trending and don't really focus on what matters. So, just stay focused, and everybody's not your friend, and you can't take everybody with you. So,
That part.
yeah,
That's hard. It's hard to not have that mindset of like, I want to take everybody with me because you do want to like take everybody with
for
you and shit.
sure. I've tried it a few times, and it didn't work out.
It usually never does.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, that's some solid advice though. Thank you for that.
for sure.
Um, what do you want people to um, like? What do you want people to not even really get out of this, but like, what do like when people hear you talk, when people hear your message, what do you want them to kind of get from all that, if anything?
If I could do it, you could do it. Just keep going, man. There's so much more to life. A lot of people, have that stuck or trapped or broke mentality. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And sometimes it ain't always their fault. And scared to just put themselves out there. You know what I'm saying? And you got to just do it and go for it. So that's the best thing I would like for people to get out of it. Anybody that's watching this, I assume like it's gonna be more people that are close of mine, and they know how far I have come. A person that don't know me watching this is just like, okay, I hear her struggle, but like if you are young and wilding out, things could get better. You can change. You really just got to step out of that box and really want to be different and, stop being a follower. It's time for you to be a leader if that's what's in you.
that part
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. Too many followers, nowadays because it's just easy to do that. Go with
Yeah.
the trend.
Yeah. TikTok is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Shout out to you though, for creating your own path.
For
Figure this
sure.
shit out.
For sure. I try to keep it as original as possible.
That's to that Aquarius shit. We the best.
Yes.
Most
For sure.
original. Don't find me in the comments because we are the best.
We are. Most definitely.
For sure. Are you a January Aquarius or
February.
Oh, let's go.
I got the same birthday as Bob Marley. February 6th.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Mine's February 11th. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In the
right
same-
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the same week. Yeah.
Right before Valentine's Day
Yep.
and all that shit.
Yep.
Which is actually hella funny because I don't really see myself as like a super lover boy, but my shit is right there.
Right.
Valentine's Day.
Right.
Yeah, it's hella funny. So with the podcast that you were on,
Mhm.
with I always have to say it's word for word because I be stuttering on my words.
I
and shit.
feel it. Yeah.
Black Resiliency Project.
Yes.
When you did shout out to them, but when you did the podcast for them, like, was that your first one that you ever done?
Yeah, it actually was, but we did it at a radio station. And so that was my second time,
Ooh.
which was like, I'm always trying to like read signs and things like, okay, this is telling you something. But I had did it for my job. So I was on the radio for my job. And then it just so happened that Black Resiliency Project put out like a grant. And I applied for it, and it was to be on Black Ford, their podcast, through that same radio station. So I went in like, it was actually within the 90 days or maybe 6 months apart. Same radio station, two different things.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also saw that you that they posted that you won it was like best black stylist in NorCal or something. Like that?
Yeah. So Black Resiliency Project, they actually just put it out there that it's time to vote again. So anybody that would like to be part of like the business directory, I definitely like advise you to go out. She Rachel, the director and founder, has like a whole brochure of black businesses in Butte County. She does it every year where everybody votes, so it could be like best cook, best chef, best stylist, best braider, best author. Shout out to my book that I wrote as well. So I won best braider, I want to say twice, and then I just got best stylist. So there's 23, 24, and then 25, and then it's now time to vote for 2026. So vote for me. I'm gonna go find the comments and drop that link. So make sure you vote for me, GMG Styles.
Definitely. What she's saying is she's taking 2026 in the bag once again.
Yes.
What does that mean to you personally? You know, when you win something like that.
It's just awarding, knowing that other people recognize me as well, and I'm making a difference.
Okay. And you talked about a book. Are you able to hold that up to the camera?
Yeah. So it's Living in Her Abundance on Purpose, Volume 2. The producer is Keisha Haney. So I wrote a chapter. It's a book anthology. I think that's how you say it. I always get that word tongue-tied. But yeah, so this was last year. I do have them for sale here at my shop. They're also on Amazon. So I did like my first conference where I spoke in front of like 100 people, I would say, that showed up last year while we launched the book. So that was a whole experience in itself. I talk about pretty much a lot of what we just talked about here in more of a writing, author style of just like where I came from, how I got there, and how far I've came.
That's dope.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm one of 8 women in that book. So lots of good stories, very empowering. So reach out or go order it on Amazon.
I was gonna say, how would the people be able to get it? But you said either here or at Amazon.
You could buy it through me directly. If you buy it through me directly, then profits go to me. But if you could also order it off Amazon.
Make sure you guys go copy that. Do you plan on doing more in the future?
I'd actually like that experience made me want to like write my own book.
Okay.
So I would, that was just a chapter inside of a book. I would definitely write a whole book.
How was the process like for something like that? How would you present that? Like, would you write something written down and then you like show them, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we had to write. I think it was. I forget how many words. It was in the thousands. So we all 8 of us had to write so many words, so many pages. I want to say mine is 19 pages. So I did a lot of writing, editing, and sent it in, and she turned it into a book. Yeah.
It's cool.
Heck yeah. It was definitely an experience. I even like gave up at first, but hopped back in there and made it happen.
Was it very difficult to do?
I was going through some things at that time. I will say that the past couple years is been a time. So I gave up and I was like, hell no, I'm doing this for a reason. My story needs to be heard, and so I did it. I made it happen.
There you go. And if you were to write your own book, or when you do write your own book, do you kind of pretty much like you want to stay in the same boat, kind of like about life and like what you're doing?
Yeah, for sure. I want people to get something out of it. I want it to be touching, meaningful. So I would definitely stay in that kind of direction.
Like that. And again, the title is what? I'm sorry.
Living Her Life in Abundance on Purpose, Volume 2.
And is this only for the women?
No, it is not. I've actually had a lot of males read this book as well. Yeah, probably more males than women actually.
Oh yeah, see, don't let the butterfly.
No.
No, that's cool. That's dope as hell. I appreciate you letting me
for sure.
Love,
I appreciate you as well. Thank you for taking this time.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But I can't let you get out of here just yet without the what's on your mind game. Come on now, y'all.
For sure.
You already know what it is. But for the people that are just watching this for the first time, I did say in a previous episode or two I wasn't going to explain this shit no more to y'all. But I will. So basically it's just, I've been asking you questions and shit, the entire time. But now it's just going to pretty much like whatever comes to your mind, just going to say what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And I feel pretty proud of myself today, guys. I wasn't skimming through all the flashcards and things. I didn't do my diets. All right, so this first one, this is a long ass paper, but the first one is going to be a fill in the blank. Just fill in the blank. The braid style I'll never get tired of doing is blank.
Two-strand twist.
Two-strand twist.
Yeah.
And braiding, I've seen some like crazy shit. So it's just like 3, and then you like twist it and then
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
Something like
what the
that,
fuck? It's
yeah.
crazy. A client knows they found the right braider when blank.
A client knows they found the right braider when they standing up twerking walking out the door.
Happy client.
Right.
You people like after you do the hair, they usually like get the videos and all the whole shit.
Yeah, I try to get my content, but I love those when they get up and start dancing and they really happy. So
Yeah.
I wish I had more of those moments captured.
I know that makes you keep going too, for sure. Like,
For sure, yeah.
That's so. The hardest part of being a hairstylist is blank.
When you just don't want to do it, when you're when you got to come in and knowing that you got to do like a 4 to 6 hour, hairstyle. So that could be the hard part.
Quick question, real quick. So do you book it by the hour, or is it like by the
No, by the
service?
style.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
by the
gotcha.
service. Yep.
Okay. Damn. So that means like one style can take like a long time.
Yeah. I would say the longest style that I offer is it could take up to like 7 hours, and that's like small singles, and then especially if you're adding curls in and all that, it could take up to 7 hours, 7, 8, around there.
You just knock that out one
Oh yeah,
day?
yeah. That's my only client for that day. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because after that, like trying to do more.
Yeah,
shit.
no, I know, some braiders who do a couple more, and I did like a 12-hour work day where I squeezed in like 2 cornrows after that or something, some simpler styles.
Okay. Yeah, you're a soldier. I wouldn't. That's just,
A lot of
crazy.
standing on your feet too.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
thinking about my fingers. My
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Better with scissors and shit. But the best compliment someone can give my work is blank.
The best compliment is just, acknowledging like I really enjoyed or I really love. So just showing appreciation
This is good.
or giving a tip. We're not always tipped. Those tips help. They mean a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show your appreciation. By
Yeah.
tipping.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so funny. If I could braid any famous person's hair, it would have to be blank.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. Yeah. I believe he got locks right now. I would twist them up with them 2-strand twists.
Oh yeah, he does
Yeah.
have long- his hair's
Yeah.
hella long right
And
now.
yeah.
All right. Now we got pretty much this or that. You just pick one or the
Okay.
other. Right off the bat. Now let's rewind. I'm telling you, that's why I fucking have to like break down the words early, because I'm like, I'll be stumbling on my words hella much. Knotless braids or feed-in braids.
Knotless. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, guys, I did have to look up that.
I
particular
thought
question.
so. I was like,
I
okay.
I did not know what that meant. I'm
Right.
like, let me throw in a braiding question without making it too like rap and hip hop and shit. So I don't know what either one of those means, but hey,
Right.
y'all probably do. Own a bigger salon or teach the next generation of braiders.
Own a bigger salon so that I can teach bigger
There you
generation.
go.
Yeah.
That was almost some clickbait shit. Almost got you. Old school hip hop or new school hip hop?
Old school. For sure.
Biggie or Tupac? That wasn't on there, but
Tupac.
Monica or Brandy? That's not on there either, but it's not.
Ooh, that's kind of hard, Monica.
Monica?
Mm-hmm.
So that's your hella fast. It wasn't that hard. Mary
Yeah.
J. Blige. Who's a good one?
Yeah, see, I was like, already in my head, I'm picking Mary. You can't even think of a person.
I can't. I really can't. I'm like, I don't
Right.
know. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey.
That's kind of a hard one too. He did a good job right there. Mariah Carey got that voice for sure.
Um, a difficult client with gray hair or an easy client who never sits still.
Oh, I love gray hair. A difficult client.
It's easier to like maneuver and braid.
Yeah. A client that can't sit still hurts my damn back and my damn nerves in my head. So, yeah.
Having to do all that twisting.
Yeah,
And turning
for
and shit.
sure.
Braiding in silence or braiding with music.
I gotta have some music. That's so awkward. Yeah. No matter what I do, I gotta have some music in the background.
Because I feel like you would have to sit there and talk to him, or like just
For sure.
or be hella silent
Yeah.
for 7 hours. Or
I've had my TV go out a couple times, so I throw some music on my phone just to get through the appointment. Yeah.
I feel like I'm way too awkward to not have nothing going on either. So, a perfect braid style or the perfect outfit.
Braid style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like big on like fashion and shit like that?
No.
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 Don't really care for it.
No, I'm not a big brand person or anything like that.
Do you ever plan on like incorporating like merch and shit?
For sure. I've had a little bit. I was like Black History Month. I like had a lot of like Black History earrings, shirts, and stuff.
Okay.
You know, Juneteenth when I table. But I definitely plan on doing some merch with GMG styles.
Yeah, look for that, y'all, in the future. Would it just be kind of like what you're wearing now?
Something like that. I don't want to say too much.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Don't want to spill the beans.
No, for sure. There are people like love to steal ideas out
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
Yeah.
Y'all need to stop stealing with your stealing
Man.
ass. Because the shit y'all stealing, you're not even like elevating the
Right. They ain't doing it right.
Yeah, you just fucking it up. And I'm yeah, never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. Some of y'all call me my style.
Oh shit.
Known online or known in person.
In person.
Yeah.
In person, yeah. I don't want to be IG famous. I don't give a damn about that. I'd rather be respected in my own community than on the internet.
You ever feel awkward or like kind of weird, like when people come up to you that you don't know?
No, not so much. Not anymore.
No?
Like it's kind of like
Got used to it.
yeah.
I'm finding that, I'm trying to find like whatever, but I don't know. I'm just awkward. Y'all don't know shit. I don't know. People come talk to me, say what's up, but I'd be awkward and I might sweat on your dumb ass. But that's neither here nor there. Rap or slow jams?
Slow jams. Yeah.
And last but not least, love or respect?
Respect.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you'd like to say out there to the people, before we get up out of here on episode 62?
No, but if you made it to the end, thank you, paid lead. Thank you for everybody I mentioned. Everybody played a part of who I am, GMG Styles, and really, there's other people that inspire me as well, like my sister that I mentioned. So just keep going. Thank you, everybody.
Oh yeah, actually, I just thought of another question real quick. If you can name somebody that you would like to see on this podcast, what would it be? Let's manifest some shit right here. It could be local too.
Yeah, there's a lot of great people. I think we should talk about that off camera. I don't want to just start name dropping and putting people on the spot.
All right.
But you've had some great people. Shout out to Devin. Shout out to my son, the Stars, and them that just was on here. I've seen a few good people. There's more to come, and I'm glad to have just got this sponsored by Black Resiliency Project, and it could be a start to something great. So thank you.
Shout out to the Black Resiliency Project. And I said that without breaking up the words, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It took me an hour to do it, but we got here.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Of course. Thank you.
And we are... Oh, wait. My bad. This is Not For The Week podcast. This is sponsored by Black Resiliency Project. Make sure you guys go... fuck with them, follow them on the gram, follow them on Facebook and everything like that. If you don't, then I don't know. I can't threaten you though, but you bitch ass motherfucker. And we are out.
Beat me down down once before. Tie me to this mental road. Running, fighting, moving through the highs and lows. Beat me down once before. Tie me to this mental road. Running, fighting, moving through the highs and lows.